Welcome back, everyone. My guest today is the FSU head volleyball coach and an alumni here of FSU as well. Please welcome Coach Chynna Hunt. How you doing, Coach Hunt? Welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. This is a good birthday present for me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So first of all, how are you? How are you doing? It's been you coming off a great season, your rookie season. You went to the CIAA tournament. You played versus Shaw. Talk about your season. How does it feel? You know, for rookie season, how does it feel?
It feels like a dream. When I first started, the season felt so far away.
Yeah.
So to already be done with the season and finishing strong, not strong as I'd like, but finishing very, very strong feels good.
Yeah.
And, I mean, as soon as we got back to school, we got back to work.
Yeah.
So feeling fresh, rejuvenated, took a vacation, and we're ready to go.
Where did you go?
I went to Charlotte.
Okay.
I was gonna go out of the country.
Out of the country.
Actually. But you know, when you're a coach and you love it, you just kind of want to stay
Yeah.
nearby and get away a little bit. So nothing too crazy, but I'm very glad.
Charlotte's
to
a
be back.
pretty city.
I love it.
Yeah,
Always there.
yeah.
Always there.
So now talk about what made you want to get in volleyball. You know, you are an alumni. You won championships here with the volleyball team here. What made you want to get into volleyball? Did it start when you were young? Did it start in high school?
It's crazy because I wanted to be a basketball player.
Yeah, because you're tall. So, yeah, I could see you being a point guard or a center, something like
And
that.
it's crazy. I did play basketball. I tried out for the basketball team. Didn't make it.
Okay.
And then my mom was like, why don't you try volleyball? There was a sign. I went to a school of the arts.
Okay.
School of the arts. And you have to try out to get into it. And I got in for theater, actually. And
Wow.
Crazy.
You could
right?
sing?
Well, I tried out for chorus.
Okay.
And then I got in for acting.
Okay.
So I can sing, but I was so nervous my voice was cracking, so they would not let me in for chorus. But
Okay.
so I got into school of arts, and then eventually mom was like, why don't you try volleyball? And I was like, no. And then eventually I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead. So the first time I tried out for volleyball, that was the first time I ever picked up a ball. Ever.
Really?
7th grade, long, lanky Chynna, still growing into my body. And they cut me, and I was so shocked. Like, why are you cutting me, knowing I had no type of experience in volleyball? So, but I loved it. When I tried out, I loved it, and I enjoyed the tryout. So I told my mom I want to get a volleyball for myself, and we went to Walmart, and every single day of my 7th grade year, because volleyball's in August, so when the school year starts, I was out there in the courtyard just passing to myself, and before you know it, the whole courtyard is in a big circle just passing around the volleyball. And then I tried out my 8th grade year and made it, and it just kind of took off from there.
Now, how does your mom's support help you? You know, because first she's the reason why you got into volleyball, basically, telling you that, you know, to go for it. How did that inspire you?
I mean, my parents are preachers, so they are very, how do I say? I grew up in the church.
Okay.
So I could run a church by myself with my eyes closed, hands tied behind my back. I was never scared to go after something that I wanted. And my mom is a big part of that, seeing her go back to school, become a minister, preaching in front of people as a woman. It was very inspiring, and she always spoke life into me at a very young age.
Yeah.
Now, she would put me in check when it was need be, but she was absolutely supportive from day one. And till this day, they still travel to about every game to come and watch me coach. I don't play anymore. I'm old.
Yeah.
So,
I would say old. Seasoned. Yeah.
So as far as my mom, she actually just beat cancer yesterday.
Yeah, that goes into my next question. You know, you when you first started, you had beautiful long hair, and you cut it in honor of your mom who was battling cancer. Talk about the experience and the story behind, you know, her. I know she's a deep part of why you got into volleyball and, you know, why you played and now coaching. Talk about the impact of, you know, the story about why you cut your hair in solidarity with your mother.
You know, when I first found out about it, I was shocked because my dad had cancer too, and he beat it a couple years ago when I was in grad school in Myrtle Beach. So of course I was shocked. It was definitely an emotional shift, but my main thing that I was focused on was not only her health, but her mental health.
Yeah.
Battling that. And my mom, you know, I have a lot of pictures of my mom when she was younger. She's always had a pixie cut.
Yeah.
Always had a short hair. That's part of the reason why my dad married her, because he loves
Wow,
short hair.
okay.
He calls her Halle Berry, and I'm like,
Wait, that's supposed to be. Hold on, wait a minute.
but she loves, and hair is a part of, her. Like, she loved going to the beauty salons and talking and meeting new women, and that was part of her, routine.
Yeah.
And so to see that being taken away from her, I wanted to do something in honor of her. And I wanted to cut my hair short. I wasn't sure how I was going to look.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how, my team was going to take it, because my team, they dress me at games. They approve my outfit.
Oh, really? Okay, so let me get this straight. Coach Chynna, when I used to call with Andrew Chapman. I was the color guy. When I tell you, it was like New York Fashion Week every time you and Coach Tyler.
Yes.
It was like that. So your team approved. So your team got some style.
They do.
Yes.
My team is very, I like my team to look good. That's
yes.
why we came out with
new uniforms. That was good.
Yeah, I designed those myself. I wanted a new look for the team. If they're gonna look good, I gotta look good.
Yeah.
So like, Coach, you need to wear this, this, and this. So next year have a whole new wardrobe.
Okay. Oh, you got a budget for that now.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Oh yeah. But they loved. They was like, Coach, like, and my team was so supportive.
Yeah.
About my mom and cutting my hair, but I really did it. A lot of people say I look like my mom.
Yeah,
so,
you do.
I decided to do it, and I was scared, but I think I'm gonna keep it short.
You pull it off really well. I love it. I love it. South Carolina, right? What made you want to come to Fayetteville State here in North Carolina? What was that like?
Man, volleyball, it's grown so much now, but back then it was still a dog-eat-dog world as far as recruiting. So I had some PWIs looking at me, and I grew up in Charleston, so I went to, the school I went to, I wouldn't say we were the minority, but there was a lot of us, but not too many.
Is that 843?
Yes.
Yeah, 843. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was trying to say. Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I was always the only black young lady on the team.
Wow.
And so I was gonna go to another school, and then my former coach, my club coach, knew the former coach here. She came down to check me out at practice, and then I went on a visit, and I went to the Fayetteville State versus Winston game. And
oh my gosh, that
sold me.
That's
That sold me. But and I talked to my dad, and my dad was like, Chynna, I really think you should be around your culture, learn your culture more, and give it a chance, give it a shot, and just touring the campus and meeting the team and the standard here at Fayetteville State. The high standard here at Fayetteville State has always been here at Fayetteville State. And it shines, and you can tell compared to other schools, Fayetteville State has a very, very high standard, not only, athletics, but academics. Yeah. So that's something that stood out to me, and, my coach, she was like a mother to me, a second mother to me. I wanted to go away from home, but not too far. But I loved it. Like, the Capel Arena, like I walked into the gym for the first time, and I was like, I could really see myself playing in this atmosphere. Now,
your mom went to an HBCU.
Did
that have like an impact on you as well? That little influence, her going to an HBCU?
Not at all. I don't know. Like, she went to Voorhees, and she did tell me, like, yeah, I went to HBCU, and I was like, okay, cool. But like I said, the school that I went to, the only HBCUs we knew about were like Howard and your FAMUs
and Spelman's and all that stuff.
Exactly, Exactly. So I wasn't too knowledgeable of the smaller ones. So when she told me about her school, I was like, yeah, I'll see. I just really wanted to go for volleyball. That was it. I wanted to get my degree, do well in volleyball, and then be out of there. But I came on my tour, and I said, man, I want to be here. Everyone is smiling and shaking hands, or seeing the students walk into class, going to the CAF, and watching everybody interact. And I'm like, the other visits I went to, you didn't
see that. Okay. It felt like family.
Basically.
Okay, and, I love that.
I'm a family-oriented person. We're very, very tight. I'm a daddy's girl.
Okay.
So we being a preacher's kid, I grew up with taking in kids from the church who needed help, or I was teaching Sunday school at 13, and then they come back home. Yeah, so we're always having children in our home. We're always trying to give back or be a part of the community. So, and be a family, blood or not.
Now, you and your mom, you're a legacy of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Now, does that impact, that urge to give back come from your sorority life?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Growing up, my mom would tell me when she, made her decision of what sorority she wanted to be in. And, she said, like, the Zeta Phi Beta, they were always in the community.
Yeah.
They were always in it. They were laid back. They were quiet. They were chill. They weren't doing too much.
Yeah.
But they were always they were doing what the sororities about. They weren't just wearing
Service.
letters.
Yeah.
Service. And so that is something that stood out to me. And so when I came here, that's something that I was looking for.
Okay.
In the chapter here, and that's absolutely what I saw. They were actually outside,
Yeah.
doing service and reaching out to those, because that's something that we grew up in. I grew up in is service and going outside the church and reaching out to those who are in need. So it's always been a part.
Yeah.
Always been a part of me.
We're going to have much more with Coach Chynna Hunt when we return. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are back with Fayetteville State head volleyball coach Chynna Hunt. Coach Hunt, let's get into some more about you. So talk about why this is your first year as a head coach, your rookie head coach at your alma mater. What made you want to, coach in the collegiate level? Because you started as, you worked your way up basically. You started at doing rec volleyball, then, in Myrtle Beach. Now you're here. What made you want to, when you saw the opportunity, what made you say, okay, I got to come back?
I've always been a risk taker.
Okay, all right.
It was scary when I graduated college. I did not know what my next move was. And growing up, I always knew what my next move was going to be. Like after middle school, okay, I was going to high school to play volleyball. After high school, I had a scholarship to play volleyball. Then when I graduated around the COVID year, I did not know what my next move was.
Wow. So that's why you went to grad school? Because you thought, okay.
Yes, so I went to grad school. So, I'm going to go back to school to get my master's. And that's when I really got into it. I started coaching here my senior year of college. I coached at a nearby travel club team here in Fayetteville. Kelly Melvin, if you're watching this, I love you so much. She gave me the opportunity to start coaching a little 15s team. And then once I moved to Myrtle Beach, I started coaching club, coaching high school. I was training a lot of kids. But honestly, and I've always wanted to coach at the college level, did I think it was going to be this soon? No, I did not think it was going to be this soon. But, when I got the opportunity, I wasn't going to let that go by.
Wow.
I don't run away from fear. I run towards it. Like it can look scary. It can look big. It can look giant to me. But we're only here once. And if I have an opportunity to do something big and make an impact and change, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, and you took advantage of it. You took your team to the CIAA tournament championship, and you didn't take the win, but you still made a big impact versus Shaw and make a big impact in the conference. Talk about how this experience has helped you become the best version of yourself as a coach.
My kids. When I came in, we had a group of kids. And building a bond with them and, bringing in the new kids that we have, it made me realize that you can take something and make it better.
Okay.
There's always room for improvement.
Absolutely.
That's something that we preach to our kids, and that's something that I preach to myself too, for me to become a better version. Like, even if I've mastered it, I don't think there is a such thing as mastering something. There's some sort of room for improvement. I'm a sponge. I want to soak up as much as I can. Even at the highest level of volleyball, those young ladies are still working on basics. Yes, they've mastered it, but they're still sharpening their tools.
It's always work to be done.
Always work to be done. And I have to remind myself that when I get up in the morning, Chynna, there's always work to be done to be better than you were yesterday. And that was a big part of our season this past year. Not just practicing for 2 hours and going home. We're in the gym early in the morning or after practice, working as individuals or working in group sessions and really breaking down the skill, the craft, and bettering it and bettering it and bettering it till it's repetitive and second nature. So that's my goal for me to continue to get better and better.
Well, I know it's my birthday, but I want to give you a gift, okay? Right? Can we bring her the gift that we have for her?
What do you have?
Well, a little birdie told me that you love pickles, and I
No,
got
you
you a
did
jar
not.
of pickles.
No, you did
My
not.
birthday present to you.
You know, it's crazy because I
What?
actually ran out yesterday.
Oh my gosh! So
This
look
is-
at that.
I was gonna go to the store after this.
Uh-huh.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
there
I
you
am
go.
a pickle fiend.
Yeah, that's her favorite. That's her favorite snack.
I love,
Favorite.
This
Yeah.
is my pregame
Yeah.
snack.
Yeah.
I don't eat much on game days, but I will eat a jar of pickles
Yes.
on game days. So
A whole jar of pickles.
I wouldn't say
Okay,
half.
okay,
Maybe
half a jar,
Like
okay.
this will be gone
Yes.
in a few hours. Absolutely. Absolutely will be gone in a few hours.
Well, I'm glad that you like it. I appreciate it, Coach. Yeah, no problem, Coach. Coach Chynna, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
We'll be right back.